I think it's
Is this
commercial.
the new one? Yes, Annie Millions. You're in the right place. And I'm going to go grab my iPad and see if I can see whichever interview. And then, hold on a minute. Let me see if I have my earbuds upstairs, but I'll just listen to it with the. Hold on, let me just get in the new
Yeah,
live.
this is crazy.
This must be the new live. Okay. This must be the new live. Where's the other live? This one right here. Okay, here we go. All right, guys. Let me get the Any Millions, you made it. UHP, you made it. Zigzag, you made it. Manager, you made it. Linda, you made it over. Okay.
I'm trying. I got the spinning wheel.
Okay.
Mm.
I'm going to see if I can get the interview on my iPad. Oh my gosh, my iPad is just ridiculous. What is with my iPad? It has to be cleaned here. Hold on.
This is crazy.
I got to go back out, close out of.
No, you shouldn't have to.
It's just doing the spinning wheel. It's not.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's just like the video won't play. It's just doing the spinning wheel.
Oh.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay, let's see now. All right, I'm going to try to see if I can find the, let's see. If I can find it, I'll listen to it for a second. Let's see. Come on, baby. Ah. Okay.
Mm. Mm.
I sound like, Okay. Are you taking a bath?
No, I told you. I just washed my hands.
Oh, okay.
It's like taking a bath.
Sounds like
Hey, your
Scooter.
voice is soothing,
Someone
but
just
I'm not
told.
going to go that
Someone
far.
just texted me something and said, "You are welcome." What's that about? I don't know what that's about. You are welcome. Hold on, let me
What
see.
to do?
You are welcome.
Well, say thank you again.
I don't know what that's about. Okay. Totally lost. Okay, hold on a minute. Now I'm trying to still get into the thing over here. All right, let's see. Nancy, person detained. Where's the video here? Oh gosh, there's that Olympic thing that looks like they're sweeping the floor. What the heck is that called again?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that curling. Oh my god.
Curling,
I
curling,
can't
yeah.
even believe that. Oh gosh. Okay. It's ridiculous. Okay, sorry. All right, let's see now. Okay, I'm not seeing, for some reason, I'm not seeing it on the CNN thing on here. Let's see, I see something about Nancy Guthrie, but okay, let me go in here. Cars are, hold on. Authorities still don't know where Nancy Guthrie is, okay. Cars are amazing for evidence, former police detective said. Authorities are searching a car in Rio Rico, where 60 miles, okay, the Pima County Sheriff confirmed the vehicle, a gray SUV, was the one pulled over during a traffic stop, during which a person was stopped and taken in for questioning. Video from the scene shows the car alongside vehicles from the Pima County Sheriff's Office. Clues from the ransom note could be used for questioning, said FBI. So don't tell me this is for the that's fine. Calm behavior of a masked person in video suggests prior planning. Police cordon off a road in Rio Rico. Okay. Woman, oh, I got this one. Okay. This is 30 seconds. Woman tells, okay, here, I'll listen to this for a second. This is really weird. Can you hear me?
Yes.
So she said, the mother-in-law said, I don't know. The lady in the house gave a tip. The lady in their house gave a tip. She goes, I don't know what her name is. I don't know anything about her. Did anybody hear this? They say to the mother-in-law something like, what's going on? And she goes, I don't know. The lady in the house gave a tip. Maybe she means there's an officer in the house and she said she got a tip. That's probably what she means. Because she says, the lady in the house, I don't know her name. She said she call a tip or something like that. Okay, let me... No, she said they gave a tip that she was in my house. I said, there's nobody in my house. You can go in and go see. That doesn't make sense. That means like she let them go in without a search warrant. Like, what doesn't make sense? It says a woman in Rio Rico told CNN authorities are searching her home after they received a tip related to the investigation of Nancy Guthrie's disappearance. They had somebody give a tip that the lady was in my house. What lady? The lady, Nancy Guthrie? Nancy Guthrie? Come on. This sounds,
That's what I heard.
I think she means like a police officer, a woman police officer, maybe she means.
I told them, you go in and search my house. There's nobody there. I have nothing to hide. The woman said authorities are investigating her son-in-law, who she said was detained, but he had nothing to do with the case. She said authorities did not present a search warrant before searching her home. I'm sorry what's happened to the Guthrie, she said. I don't know her. I don't know anything about their lives or what's going on, but I'm so sorry whoever took her. I hope she got back safe. What?
Yeah, something does not sound right.
Then it says a search warrant is being executed at a home in Rio Rico, Arizona, in connection with the Nancy Guthrie case. The sheriff's office said earlier it was questioning a subject who was stopped during a traffic stop. The person was detained in Rio Rico. Rio Rico is about 60 miles south of Tucson near the U.S. border in Mexico. Police had reason to bring the detained person in for questioning, said former FBI Deputy Director. We don't know the lead that brought law enforcement to that person. We don't even know if that lead was derived from the public airing of the video and the surveillance photo. During the retired FBI agent Peter Lapp, authorities conduct court-authorized search in Rio Rico, Arizona. The operation is expected to last several hours. Law enforcement has detained a person for questioning. Subject detained during the traffic stop. Let's see, there's no press conference. Now it says FBI investigating persons of interest. FBI agents are looking at more than one individual as a person of interest. Did you hear this one? We're looking at people who we say are persons of interest, but he did not elaborate on who might be under suspicion. Investigators likely working to learn about the detained person's property. We're at a pivotal moment. Google played a key role in recovering video from Nancy Guthrie's cameras. A major breakthrough in the Nancy Guthrie case largely came down to Google's technical expertise and a person familiar with the investigation. Let's see, what do you mean? They said that they initially said the video was not able to be recovered. Engineers at Google who own Nest were able to recover the data after several days. The task was so technically complex that investigators didn't know if it would be successful. An FBI official said on X that the Bureau released the images within hours of obtaining them. Okay. Neighbor of Annie Guthrie said that law enforcement asked to inspect the outside of their property. Lorenzo Jensen, a neighbor of Nancy Guthrie's daughter Annie, said law enforcement came by today and asked to look around outside of their property. Jensen lives behind Annie's property, which he said he didn't know was hers until recently. The only other time law enforcement came to his home was about 5 days or 6 ago when FBI was canvassing the neighborhood and asked if he had heard anything. So they did canvass 5 or 6 days ago. That's good to hear. So what they're doing today is asking if they can look at their property. Let's see. Today was what they were doing. Technical expertise from Google helped to obtain the images. We know that. Parent kidnapping was highly premeditated but poorly planned, says an ex-FBI agent. Guthrie family does not recognize the person in the images. Heard that already. The Pima County Sheriff asked people to keep 911 lines open, not to share their opinions or commentary by calling 911. Come on, guys.
Yeah. That's a little crazy. Why would you call 911 unless you really see something?
Oh, I see what you mean by huddle.
Oh, thank
Oh.
you.
I just went on there. It says you missed a huddle.
Do you still love me?
Yes, I do.
Do you?
This is when
Is this something
officials.
new? This huddle thing, is that something
No.
new?
Mm-mm.
No.
People have been huddling for years.
I don't mean on the football field.
Um,
See, there's that name again, Caroline.
yeah, but there's nothing that's official with that.
Yeah.
What name?
Some name, don't worry about it. They're just throwing out some guy's name, but
They're saying Ashley Banfield just dropped a brand new video.
oh, really?
Yeah, Fort Oregon said it. I gotta close my eyes for a bit.
All right.
Don't snort.
Shut up.
Eh,
Those sound
Are you
like
gonna
you're
watch
in the
it?
bathtub.
Yeah, it
I'm
does.
cleaning the house. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Are you gonna watch it, Caroline?
No, I'm trying to see if I see whatever they're saying. I don't know where you're seeing a new video by her. I don't see a new one at all.
There's just the two. There's one on CNN and one on News Nation.
Ashley?
Where is it?
Oh, no, I don't know who Ashley is.
Fort
Here.
Linda's
Yeah,
Green River
it's on
is
her
saying it.
page. It's on her page, Caroline. It says 5 minutes ago.
It's on her page on what? Facebook? YouTube?
No, YouTube. Yeah.
All right, let me see.
You see it? Oh, we're still here. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. We're here.
Okay. What about Buck? Yeah. Bucky's not there? She went to bed too?
Oh, Bucky's here. She just maybe got a call. She turned her speaker or mic off.
Oh.
No, I'm here. I'm just watching the video Linda sent me.
Oh.
Oh, you love that?
Yes, the baby with the hair. That's how my kid's hair was.
You
all
go
three
over
of my kids'
there and
hair was like
start
that.
combing Benny's hair, right?
And that's how Benny's hair is. Yeah. The theme of The Godfather. Uh,
Make sure you're filmed.
I hate to tell you, Oregon, there's nothing new here on Ashley Banfield. She's regurgitating Brian's interview that we just talked about. She's regurgitating the front door camera. I don't see anything new here. Zero. What do you see here that's new? And then she's got a guy on regurgitating it all with him. Please tell me what's new here. So I'm not going to sit here and watch, like, I don't know how long this is, but she's regurgitating stuff. I don't see anything that's new. It's a new video, but I don't see any new information. The stuff with Brian Enton, we already went over. So I don't know what we're doing here. But I do know that we're looking right now, so I don't know what this is about. We already got that. I can hear the bears are wandering around in my area. The bears, okay.
Be careful.
The bears are wandering around in your area? Hi, Julianne.
You'd think they'd still be hibernating.
Hey, UHP. UHP doesn't have a number to call in if UHP wants to call in. I don't know, but I don't know what's going on, but I'm just not going to sit there and sit here, be live and watching like Ashley Banfield, because her information so far has not shown that it's been credible. So I'm not going to be wasting my time with that. And she's showing the video, Brian Enton, we already went over. Okay. So, all right, let me get this. If I don't know if UHP wants to, but just in case, I will give you that. Okay.
The waiting game.
Yeah, this is just crazy all day.
Patience, grasshoppers. They'll let us know when they know.
Yeah, because they know everybody's on a ledge waiting for them.
Okay. But listen, Portland, I'm on live. I'm not going to be on live watching other people's videos. I'm sorry. If you found something so compelling in that video, you could just tell me what it is. But I'm not going to sit here and watch other people's videos. I don't do that. I know you're new to the channel, but I don't do that. Okay? Never have. Not starting now. You were just reading the chat, thousands and thousands of messages when you were doing your thing. You're so behind.
No, we're not behind. We're on top of everything. We heard everything already.
I don't know what you're telling me that I've missed. I don't know what I've missed. Tell me what I've missed. Because if you've got something, say it. Because otherwise, what is it? At one time, there were 52. Do you know why it dropped down? Because you've told everybody to go watch other videos, Portland. That's why it dropped down. Not because of anything else. You told everybody else, oh, Ashley Banfield just dropped a new video. This one just dropped a new video. You're not supposed to do that. It's against our rules. I don't know if you're trying to heckle me or what you're trying to do tonight, but it's kind of getting old.
We already know all that information, girl. You need to listen
You're
to
going to
Caroline.
sleep, Amy? Okay. I'm not mentioning that name because that name has not been mentioned by anyone in law enforcement or any other means. And I'm not sending people on wild goose chases and witch hunts for people. And what did you learn from it, Auntie Millions? The mother-in-law told all about what happened, and we heard it. She gave two different accounts. One account, she said she let them in with no search warrant. Okay? That was one account. The other account was completely different.
Oh my gosh. Who's that now?
It's UHP. The mother-in-law is lying. Okay.
Hey, ladies.
Hello.
Bye.
And gentlemen.
Hello.
Yeah. Well, that's a stretch, but I'll take it. Let me turn this volume down.
Do you have dinner?
How's everybody doing?
Good.
Good.
Oh, man. I see you got a spammer in there.
I don't know what, like, first they were telling me to watch Ashley Banfield. Now they're telling me Ashley Banfield's just saying whatever it is to get clicks and views. So then why are you telling me to watch Ashley Banfield? And I'm telling you, I don't want to watch Ashley Banfield. I don't know.
Greatest button that YouTube ever made was called mute. But your channel, you do as you please. Anyways, anybody heard anything new? I've been rather busy on my end here. I had a computer situation that I created. So I basically reinstalled everything over the entire network. And I've been watching you guys stream.
Girl, this girl is just not taking the message, Caroline. We already heard everything you're saying, okay? We've been on here for a couple hours. Caroline is telling you what is going on. You need to listen to her and regroup yourself. It's easy said than done, girl. Portland. Get
We
with
watched
the program, sister.
Bucky did watch those videos and she reiterated what okay. Well, I'm sorry that MLK Portland is mad, but whatever that's up with YouTube, whatever they did. That wasn't with me. I didn't do anything, so
She was putting stuff in her messages. That's why they blocked her.
Well, they do that.
Yeah, she was putting certain words, like, and you can't do that because it did it to me earlier.
This is so simple. Either be chill, assimilate to the channel, or kick rocks.
Exactly. Yeah,
Oh,
with
okay.
flip-flops.
You know, there's a lot of channels
Yeah.
you can just go spam your little behind off and nobody will say anything.
Okay,
We
but
Exactly.
actually
Don't
care
give us
about each other.
Portland,
here.
if ever,
I mean,
if
so-
these YouTubers are trying to say anything to get clicks, why are you telling me to watch them? I don't get it.
Yeah, you
Why
keep
are you
repeating
telling
it.
me to
Oh,
watch
one
them
guy.
if you're saying they're saying anything to get clicks and views? But then you're saying go watch them. I don't want to watch them. I already know they say anything to get clicks and views. I've been saying that for a long time.
See your blood
She
pressure
can't
going
get the
up.
message.
Look, little
Yeah,
fire
yeah,
breathing
mine is.
Italian running the show here. That's, this is why I quit streaming. Like I said, I did it for a decade. I've seen it and done it. It just doesn't interest me. Basically internet trolling. It's just a keyboard warrior crap. Yeah, it's not my thing. I come in here because you ladies are intelligent. And you got some intelligent things to say.
This girl doesn't want to stop, and she's trying to aggravate Caroline.
We know what the
That's
mother.
the whole mission there. I mean, and mission accomplished, man. Hit
Look,
that
she
damn
keeps
mute
saying
button,
it.
woman. Hit that
Well,
damn
I'm
mute
not
button.
in charge. I'm not in charge.
Man, I would fry
Well,
your
let's
ass like
move
a
on.
chicken.
Let's move on.
Yeah. Just don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Let's, so they've taken somebody into custody.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they detained them. That's
Right.
that's the cop's really nice way of saying you're under arrest. It's quasi facetious. It really is. You're detained. Am I arrested? No. Can I leave? No.
No.
Well, normally when I can't leave, I'm under arrest.
Yeah, we're watching cops.
Yeah, I mean, so I really don't, I don't get, I don't know what happened. I heard something about they kicked in the mother's door without a search warrant. I don't get that. I would be very, very surprised to actually see that. Unbeknownst to most people, cops actually do have a set of rules they follow. You kick in, so let me put it this way. A cop kicks in your door without a warrant and without probable cause, just on some sort of sniffing expedition. You could have bodies, you could have drugs, you could have guns, and you're going to the house. It's a violation of your Fourth and Fifth and Sixth Amendment. I mean, the judge is going to send you to the house. They could find you with Simtex, frozen pigs. It doesn't charcoal briquettes. It doesn't matter. You cannot do that, and judges take that very seriously. Now, if there's extenuating circumstances, that's what they call that. A police officer comes up to your door, knocks, who doesn't have a warrant, but he hears Miss Carolyn screaming in the background.
Hi, little lady.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Nobody kicked MLF off, okay, girl? So stop already.
Don't even.
It's called the Patriot
Oh my
Act.
God.
UHP is called the Patriot Act.
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
God.
it is. You got to have a term that you should be familiar with is exigent circumstances.
Yep.
That means that, no, I didn't have a warrant, Your Honor, but I was under the impression behind what I was hearing that somebody was in mortal danger. I didn't have a choice in the matter. And then it's okay. But to just kick in somebody's door on a search without a warrant, the ACLU is about to grind you up into dog meat.
Yeah, but
for that. So I don't know if there, I don't know. I don't know if there's any validity to it. I don't know if the story's true. All I know is
Exactly.
that all I know is what I've been chumming around with on my little phony thing because my computer network was down for a while.
How do you know that it wasn't Border Patrol that kicked their door in and not the the other people? You don't know that. We weren't there.
I'm not watching
Nobody
the
can
news.
say anything.
Yeah, and half the time it's a bunch of BS.
There you go.
It's very encouraging, what I've seen and heard, that, they have a suspect, in custody. I don't know if it's the Muppet that I've been, Muppet. I don't know if it's the, Forrest Gump guy that was on the porch, or not.
Ringling Barely Circus today.
I don't know. I got a whole head full of questions. I don't know. I know this much. Somebody's lit fire under these guys behind. They're ready to just grab up everybody and just take everybody, by the thousand. When do y'all know what's up here? They're getting a lot of pressure from the White House. They're getting a lot of pressure from the FBI about bringing somebody's behind in on this. You better find something. This whole thing, they did this misappropriation of resources by not going in and searching the neighborhood that they searched today, 10 days later, doing the door-to-door search in Annie Guthrie's neighborhood. That should have been done.
But
days ago.
no, Caroline found out they did search it last week.
Yeah,
Right,
they
Caroline?
did. They did.
You-
They said
you
they
read-
went
they did.
5 to 6 days.
Okay.
Yeah, they did. So thankfully they did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for schooling me on that because I was
I
under
just
the
found out.
impression-
Yeah, I just found out.
Yes, it just, I don't, so if that being said, then something led them back there. They
That's
didn't
what I was
decide
saying
all of a
earlier.
sudden, okay,
Yeah.
a tip, somebody said something that drove nearly an army of cops, to that neighborhood.
Yep.
Which is encouraging. I hope it's not a red herring. I know that this has got to go on. I wouldn't even want to be a cop right now because the amount of tip calls that have got to be flooding their phones has got to be incredible. And the joke is they're going to have to check every single one.
Mm-hmm.
They got to. The one they don't check will be the one that's legit. There's a lot of people out here, and it's so distressing to me. There's so many people. Why would you want to interfere with an investigation and trying to save this old woman's life? I mean, what is wrong with you? What's wrong with your soul? What's wrong with your brain? That you
There's
would
evil
want,
people in the world.
that you would want to do this. This is funny to you. I mean, don't you have anybody that you love or care about? No one. I mean,
you hear. Yeah, but you hear it in this case because it's worldwide now. I'm sure it happens in other cases that aren't as much publicized as this one is.
Oh,
do you,
well,
do you
no,
ladies
you
agree with me on that?
I know I do. I mean, this whole thing is now.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna not pay attention to that anymore.
It came to me, okay, this is Linda. It came to me, he doesn't know anything about this channel. Okay, and it's a he, and he doesn't know anything about this channel.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mr. Oregon, please respect what we're doing here. This is an all-night Ramblers. Nice, be kind to people. You don't talk about other people's channels. I've said that all day.
Portland, hey, listen. You came in here, okay? All of a sudden, I'm going through whatever. Somebody said there was a new interview. Bucky listened to both of them and said something. And then I went through the new news blurbs that were there. While I was doing that, you were spitting things out in the chat. You said we had 60 people here and you brought it down to 20 because you went and you threw out so-and-so has a new video just dropped. This one has a new video that just dropped. That's not okay to go into someone's live stream and do that. Okay? Most of them would block you when you do that. You don't do it. It's a courtesy. Okay? And then when we tell you we've already seen that, and then you send me to a video where you want me to watch a woman that's already put out names that no one said are suspects, and I tell you it's the same regurgitated crap, and you tell me, oh yeah, that's right, she's doing it for clicks and views, then what did you freaking tell me to go over there and watch it for? Why would you do that?
He is not threatening
Sounds like
you.
you're a troublemaker. Or it sounds like you're a real troublemaker to go do that. So why are you going to sit here and do that? Now you say we don't know anything about this case. Why did MLK get thrown out? MLK did not get thrown out of here. Okay? YouTube took MLK out of here. And Bucky explained why that happens, because they're putting too many things in the chat that there's not okay, not words, and they're being taken out. It's not us. Okay? So,
yeah, we do talk about old black and white TV shows because we're elders. We go back to the 60s and 50s.
Yeah, and if you write certain things on YouTube that aren't allowed, they're going to kick you off anybody's live stream.
We talk about everything
that.
here, Portland. They can talk about Judy Garland if they want. And if you found it interesting, why are you upset about it?
Well, I took care of it on my end.
Still here.
Bye-bye. You know, that's why I said the greatest button YouTube ever made was the mute button. I mean, I'm not going to deal with it. You ladies do as you please. Me, she's like, gone. I mean, it's just too easy to hit the mute button. And I don't even want to talk about this person. I called to talk about what is going on with this poor woman that's missing, and this Elmer Bud knuckle nuts with trying to blow up his pea dinker in front of this lady's house on camera with this musket that he's carrying.
Well, I think they're driving us crazy and throwing other stuff out there that is all false.
Let me just say something.
So
Portland, if you can't stop spamming the chat, then it's probably going to time you out for 600 and 1,000 seconds. Probably. And then don't complain about that.
It already is. Yeah.
Bucky Ann, are you here?
Yeah.
Do your wish.
Yeah.
What?
Do the wish.
I didn't.
Oh, yeah. Do your witch.
Wait.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Oh,
my pretty and your little dog too.
Oh my God. What you did.
Do it again.
That was awesome. Do it again.
No.
Oh my God. That was hilarious.
My daughter did that on stage.
How did you get that from the Wizard of Oz?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I always hear that when she
girl.
laughs. I always hear that when she laughs.
Yeah.
You too.
Oh my God. That's awesome.
You know, that was good. That was good. I thought it might have been a recording till I actually put it together. It's like, oh my God.
You gotta
It was perfect timing.
You gotta hear my daughter do Dorothy. She sounds just like Dorothy. She'll do that. Oh no.
Yeah.
He did that whole thing.
I was waiting
It's
for the end of it. I really was waiting for the end of it. You little doggy too.
Go ahead. Let her. Go ahead. Get it. Go ahead to it. Let her. Everybody quiet.
Do it again. Do it again.
I'll get you, my
Yeah.
kitty. And your little dog, too.
Oh Lord.
Oh, yeah.
That
Oh, my God.
that would give me nightmares.
No, it won't. That's
That
awesome.
movie a lot.
Yeah, we should put you on CD and put you out there.
Yeah, no, that's yeah.
Make her
I
own
mean,
makeup, and that could be her saying.
She even got Zigzag Man, which I'm pretty much clued into what he's about. We have some history together, I suspect.
All right, Hart.
She's even got
All right, Hart. Go ahead. Go ahead, Hardy. Hardy, Hart.
What is that one?
Don't worry, Hart's just gonna clean up a little something. Okay. Yeah.
I've been cleaning it.
Well,
Back to sanity.
maybe for a lot of seconds.
Mm.
You were.
I have been totally glued to this all day long. I have been totally neglectful of my husbandly duties to the point where my wife just walked into the living room and went, and walked out, did a 180-degree turn and walked out and just went to bed.
Yeah, I know. That's how it. Yeah, that's how it was. I had to get up before I'd put some stuff away because, yeah, my husband has this thing where I don't know if anybody else has it. He'll come home from the store. We have lots of cabinets in our kitchen. He doesn't like to put anything in the cabinets. He wants to put it on the counter. And I said, you know, I think you have this thing. My father was an engineer. He worked with this other, this other engineer. And he said when he went to his house, everything was on his counters. And he said, Eddie, what are you doing? Why didn't you put anything away in your cabinets? And he goes, because, Mario, if I put them away, I don't remember I have them. Like, if you put it away, you don't remember you have it. And I swear to you, Jimmy has that because it's like, I'll put it away, but then I'll know that someday he'll take it out of the pantry, like say granola bars, he can take to work, whatever. He'll put them there. Like, so like he sees them. It's not enough like, okay, well, I'll go in the pantry and get what I need. So if you don't see it, you don't have it. It's crazy. And he says to me, I don't think so. But I'm like, no, but it's like, really, it's so crazy. Drives me insane.
Caroline, I think it's a man thing. My roommate does the same thing. He'll go grocery shopping while I'm out at work.
Yeah.
And when I come home, it's all on the counter. I mean, he'll put the milk in the
Right.
refrigerator,
Oh, yeah.
but
That's,
everything
yeah.
else.
Yep. The perishables will go
Yeah.
away. But the other stuff will
Yeah.
stay there.
Yeah, and he's like, why did I put it away? Because it don't need to be on the counter. Well, I won't know I have it.
See,
But
yeah. I think it's
But-
like something. Yeah.
it's a man thing. But if the picture or the clock is like facing the wrong way, he'll get up from reading the newspaper and push that sucker like in a 3rd-degree angle. I'm like, what are you doing? So I just aggravate him and I put it back to the way I want it. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
I know I do.
Yeah.
I know I do. I drive a very big service vehicle that's actually a fairly large truck. Okay. And if I don't put stuff where it needs to go, I forget that I have it.
Yeah, he's the same way.
That I don't know if I'm explaining that correctly. In the morning, in about 5 hours, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna open up the back doors of my truck and I'm gonna look inside and I'm gonna just give it the once over with my eyes and make sure that I got everything I need.
Right.
For whatever comes my way. And if I don't have stuff put away, then I'm in the garage or I'm in the basement. I'm one of the few individuals in Florida, especially where I live in Florida, that has a basement.
Yeah, we don't
and
normally have basements.
well, it took me 9 years. It took me 9 years to put it in. Yeah. The house was built in '55. I bought it in '10. Okay, didn't have a basement, and I've always wanted a basement because I grew up with a basement in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan after we left Detroit. And I fell in love with a basement, so I literally, I wish my wife was alive. I wish my wife was alive. One day, my wife come flying out of the bedroom to find me in the middle of the living room floor. I had peeled back everything, and I literally was taking my skill saw and I cut a 3-foot square hole in the middle of the living room floor
Oh my
and was
God.
looking at the earth.
That's
I was
crazy.
looking at the earth. And then I made a cover for it and I threw a rug over it. And Miss Carolyn, I'll actually send you an email with a picture of what I did here. I don't want anybody thinking I'm making big stories up. I proceeded over the next 9 years of taking 5 gallons of sand, in a 5-gallon bucket to my job sites and pouring it into the dumpsters and on the ground and anywhere I could till I emptied out 1,400 square feet
Oh my
of
gosh.
space.
What are you trying to dig to China?
Weren't you scared? Weren't you scared your house could fall in it like a sinkhole, like the sinkholes in Florida?
No, not at all. I was working for Pegasus Engineering, and I talked to the fellas about it. And I said, I want to build something and explain to them what I wanted to do. And I had, I've got some friends, believe it or not, 1 or 2 of them creeping around out here. And they put a little thing together, and they submitted me a set of plans. One was from a structural engineer,
Right.
another one for a block guy, and then I went and did what they suggested I do, and me being who I am. The plans called for a 4-inch thick pad at 2,500 psi concrete for the floor. Well, I poured 6 inches at 5,000 psi.
Mm-hmm.
It's as solid. When I was done, we all had a party over here, and my buddy said, "Mike, you could build a 6-story house on top of this."
A bunker. He's got a bunker.
That's crazy.
I-
That's
Yeah, I was gonna
crazy.
say that.
I know, but that's crazy.
I do absolutely have a bunker underneath the house with a
Yeah.
bug out room.
Neighbors want to be in there.
The neighbors love me. All my neighbors love me in the whole neighborhood. I don't have one. Well, they were knocking on the door during the COVID pandemic because they were unsure of what was going on, and I am one of the few guys that's on a well still instead of city water. And I had put all the amenities down there. There's a toilet down there. I built a lift station for it because I'm below the sewer lines. So I had to build that out of a jacuzzi pump that I was getting rid of, and all kinds. I did. One of my jobs was down in Ybor City. We were retrofitting one of the original banks that was down there, and they were getting ready to remove the vault itself that I don't think anybody had a combination for and was not looking for it. And I asked that if I could have the door.
Oh.
And they said, sure. So I figured out a way to get the door down there, and that is the that's the safe room. It weighs 700 pounds. It is about 8 inches thick. And I have, it's just been the one joy of my life. All the science that I did with this is science that Romans used 2,000 years ago. There's nothing new to this. I just redid what somebody else thought of, and when they said, well, you need this much, I said, well, yeah, okay, that's fine. I'm just going to double up on it. It required 8-inch block. Literally, I don't know how else to say it. It required 8 inches block for the support that goes around the undercarriage of the house, because the basement, the top of the basement is the original footer for the house on a split level with a divider section through the middle, which supports the center of the house. And on one side, where you come in, the headspace in there is 6'4", and on the other side is 8 foot. I've got all the room in the world down there to do whatever I want, and I spent a number of years down there just working on a little bit here, a little bit there, and I got it finished up. It's sealed. I don't get any water in there, although I have some pumps for it in case of something. But I've never had any issue. The giveaway to me to pull this off was the fact that I literally am 47 foot above the water table. I live on a hill. Every time it rains, the water goes. I live on the very end of a block. And every time it rains, the water runs literally 360 degrees away from my house. Down the road, down ditches. It just goes in the opposite direction.
Yeah, but like Carolyn said, aren't you worried about sinkholes? Because there's so many sinkholes in Florida.
No. I went down there with some guys, some geo, because they worked at Texas Engineering, and we had some geo guys
Look, if
come
he's
here.
in the bunker anyway, it's the end of the world. What are you gonna worry about a sinkhole for?
No, but the
Well,
whole
that is true.
house is.
Yeah, I mean that's.
I don't know at that point.
You know.
Well, I can tell you. Oh, go ahead. I can tell you this: when my father retired and left New York, and we went to go buy the house for him down there, him and my mother, and we stayed at a place that he was interested in, and we were outside in the backyard barbecuing, and we're just sitting there and we're having a drink. And my mother said, "Did you hear something?" And we got up and we walked on the side of the yard. The house next to us fell into the ground in a sinkhole.
Yeah,
Wow.
happens all the time.
Yeah. And my mother's like, "Okay, we going back to New York. Get in the car."
No,
She's like, "I am not living here." Yeah.
We do.
Well, it worked out, but yes, it happened.
It does happen, and when it happens, you pick up a phone. It's the easiest thing in the world to fix. People really get scared over a lot of nothing. If a sinkhole develops in my yard, it's not going to develop under the house because I would have ran into it digging. Okay.
Oh yeah, you would have seen it right away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All
Yeah, you
do
would have seen it.
is you call the local concrete company. They come in, they excavate the edge around to the hole, and they literally pour enough concrete. Well, they don't use concrete. They use stuff. They use stuff. It's a plug, and they just plug the damn hole, except for like the last foot or so, and you throw dirt on it, and you put your grass back down, and you never know that this thing was there. Now, we live on top of an aquifer that starts in North Carolina and goes through South Carolina right on down. This is the same place that we get our fresh water. My well is 90 foot deep. So I know where the water table actually, I know where something could happen. It's just a non-starter. I'm not going to worry about it. If it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
Every place you live, I've lived all over the United States and in a couple of countries. And everywhere you live, you're dealing with some sort of issue. If you live in California, the ground's likely to open up while you're driving down the freaking highway, and you just go off into Never Land. If you live in Florida, you've got hurricanes and sinkholes. If you live in New York, you've got. If you live in New York, you've got snow, butthole deep to a giraffe. I mean, pick your poison. Pick your poison.
Yeah, you are right. You are right. I mean, look what's happening in Sicily. So, too. Did you see what happened in Sicily?
No.
Oh, yeah. The people that lived on, like, I forgot. Do you know where I'm talking about, Caroline?
In Sicily?
Good night, Bucky-Ann.
Yeah, it was just on the news a couple days ago, or was it last week?
Wait, are you talking about the cyclone? Cyclone? There was a
Where
cyclone.
Where the dirt started falling apart and the houses were going into the ocean.
No, it was a cyclone that did that.
Oh, that's a fault line that they're living on. Yeah, I didn't even. You got earthquakes on. I mean, and that place is littered with them. Sicily, Italy, all of that area is really subject to earthquakes and volcanoes. And then you got cyclones and water spouts. So if you ladies can find some place that doesn't have any of that, I will sell this house, and me and my wife will move there tomorrow.
Yeah,
Okay.
But no, I was saying like what you said. You can move anywhere. Things will happen.
You go to Arizona and live. It's hot during the day. It's cold at night. You can't grow anything because you're living in the middle of the desert. I mean, pick your spot where there just isn't any kind of demonstrable risk, and I will be glad to. I'm not going to consume myself with it. I am just not. I've done all I could do. I've done all the good Lord has allowed me to do mentally to prepare for about anything coming my way.
I think MLK is back in the
That's all I can do.
Yeah, they are. Hi, MLK. I thought you were blocked. You're good now, right?
Oh, thank you, MLK. Yeah.
There you go. And in Arizona, and then there you go. See, you said she could come back in Arizona. I'm sure the bugs are so big they'll take you on a vacation.
Listen, I was in Arizona on a gig.
I've been in Arizona before. I'm just making a joke. But they are big.
I was on a gig in back in the 90s in Phoenix, and I came to the conclusion real quick that everything out there either wants to sting you, stick you, or eat you.
Riley, let me just say one thing, because somebody's asked one thing. Just let me just do a quick recap. Yes, there was somebody detained. They were in Rio. Why do I want to say Rancho? But it's not. It's Rio Rico. Rio Rico, Arizona. Now, there's two different versions of how they were detained, because the mother-in-law of the person told two different stories. One story, she said they were pulled over, and they're DoorDash drivers, and they were taken out and arrested. Well, handcuffs, okay. Then the other story is that they were in the house, and they got the door kicked down, and then they had a warrant, or they didn't have a warrant, she said at first. Then, actually there's three versions, because then she says that someone called in a tip that Nancy Guthrie was there. And so they came and she said, no, she's not here. Go in and look. And then they took her son-in-law, who she said is not at all connected with the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie. But apparently they're questioning him, and he does DoorDash. And his name is Carlos. So that's the story there. And they're still searching the house. They've seized all the devices. There's a lot of different stories floating around, but that's it. That's what's going on.
There you go. I just had, you mentioned Deal Dash. I just had a run-in with Deal Dash. I was on a service call.
DoorDash.
DoorDash.
The delivery people. I heard somebody.
Yeah, you can get food.
For food and stuff, right?
Yeah. We didn't get food delivered here since the COVID epidemic.
Right.
I built a COVID light. YouTube called it a particle beam weapon, whatever. I made it based on the military specs. I mean, I didn't invent the damn thing. I had all the components in my van to build this UVC light that would kill COVID. And so they would deliver the groceries in the carport, and I had built this 1,000-watt stadium light, literally. And when they delivered the groceries, I just turned the light on. I let it run for about 2 minutes, and the theory being that any COVID that was there was dead.
Okay.
So just recently, I had an issue with DoorDash. I'm on a service call. My wife calls me. This woman is not afraid of me, you. I don't even think she has a good, healthy respect for God, but I don't think she's afraid of it. That's the kind of woman that I'm married to. 7 brothers raised on a 100-acre tobacco farm. I didn't marry Martha Stewart. Oh, okay. Anyway, she calls me and she is in a fit. It was they were grabbing groceries out of her hand. They did not speak English, so she didn't know what they were saying. And what it turned out to be, I found out later on, was that she had ordered some cough medicine, just some regular across-the-counter cough medicine. No, I think it was NyQuil. No prescription, none of this stuff. Same stuff you get at Walgreens.
Right.
And they wanted to see an ID.
Oh, yeah, they do. They do want to see that. Yeah.
And she didn't understand what she was saying, and I guess they got mad, and they started snatching groceries and stuff out of her hands.
Oh.
Okay, I guess they were planning on taking everything back to the store.
Oh. Okay.
I've had a problem for a while. My love for my Latin brothers and sisters has no limit to it at all. Love them. But I would prefer that you could speak English, at least enough passable. And this is where the problem was. They scared the bejeepers out of my wife. And I looked over at my helper, and he said, "Hey, man, let's just call it a wrap. You got bigger problems going on right now." And all 6 tires on my truck just went into lockout mode, and I just started screeching to the side of the road, and I called my wife, and she's all but in tears. So I come to the house, I get the story on what happened. I go to the store, which was Walmart. It was a super Walmart. And by the time I was done there, I had the manager who had called the police in there because I guess he thought I was going to do whatever. And I can be I've been told that I can be pretty intimidating when I'm angry because I lose that Southern gentleman personality and it reverts to that Yankee Detroit style. And you have no illusion where I come from. So I finally get frustrated with the situation and I tell the manager right there in front of the cops, I wish my wife had been there so she could rein me in. I said, not for nothing. I said, if this ever happens again, I said, I'm going to pull on some ancient strings and I'm going to come down here with about a dozen of my friends and I'm not going to want to talk anymore. And you should have seen the looks on their face. It was, I backed it down immediately. I caught myself. I was mad. Look, you can say what you want to me and water off a duck's back, blah, 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 blah kind of thing. Maybe I respond, maybe I don't. You mess with my wife, you're going to think the Sixth Fleet landed up in your front yard. It's not going to be pleasant. And I don't take prisoners. Fortunately, I didn't get arrested. The cop understood what was going on, understood my frustration. The lady actually called and apologized to my wife.
Okay, good.
And yeah, I thought that was just, way to step up. The manager had nothing to do with this. I did not know, and this is something that you ladies that have stuff delivered might consider in the future, because it's why I brought all this up. The company that actually does the delivery has nothing to do with Walmart. They're called Sparks. They're a third-party contractor that work under the corporate umbrella of Walmart. The things you learn in the case of in the travels of the day, right? So be advised, if you have stuff like this being delivered and you order it from, say, Walmart, be careful who you let in your presence, because it's not Walmart.
Oh, that's what we were just saying about the lady that was killed in Florida by the Best Buy people. That was horrible in Boca Raton.
Right.
That was horrible.
Exactly.
They killed her for no reason.
That's what triggered me to bring this up. I thought you said DoorDash, but whatever you called it there, it made me think about it.
It was a third party delivery drivers.
Yeah, they don't work for the company.
Right.
Which means you're not going to get a job working for Walmart, per se, or Kmart, and you just call it Walmart, without going through the I-9 and all of that. They're going to know who you are, and that you're legal, that you residency, or maybe just a citizen. They're going to know everything there is to know about you. But it's these little companies like Sparks, and it's spelled S-P-A-R-K-S.
It's like a temp agency. They can get a quick job.
Yeah,
that's what it is. It's a temporary job. Yeah.
Yeah. You have no idea their hiring practices.
They don't research people or do background checks or anything like that.
And
exactly.
When this I heard about the Boca Raton. That's why I brought up my input on that, and me flying, in my truck at about 100 miles an hour down Hillsborough Avenue in my big bucket truck. And I got all the lights going, and I didn't even secure the boom. It's flying all over the place. And I just left it parked it. I was mad. You did what to my wife? Really? Okay.
Well, this is like, let me show you this one. Because this is really important. Everybody always asks me to tell this one. I know Sandy Rusak always tells me to tell people about this one, about the Best Buy murder, because it happened, I can't believe it happened in 2019. I swear I thought it happened, I don't know, 2021. But it says the voices, that's the guy right there, told George Dupree Lachezo to kill. Kill her now, they said as he installed a dryer inside Evelyn Smith Udell's laundry room. Kill her now or else. And this is when they were all on that freaking spice. Timothy Jones killed his entire family in South Carolina except for his wife. But he killed his 5 children and drove around with them in a freaking van. And this was after that. And his lawyers tried to keep his statements to the Boca Raton police out of the murder trial, but in the end it didn't matter. His fingerprints were on a mallet that he beat the woman's skull in with, and on the can of acetone that he used to light her body on fire.
Oh my God.
Yes, and this is,
man.
yeah, this is horrible. So then it says Circuit Judge Dahlia Weiss convicted Dupree Lacazo of premeditated murder at the conclusion of a 3-day bench trial. The verdict was hers alone. They opted for a rare non-jury trial, sometimes reserved for cases that are believed to be too gruesome or emotional for a jury to rule objectively. A translator sat where 12 jurors normally would, murmuring in Spanish to the defendant while Weiss announced her decision. The mother of the defendant and Udell's son sat at opposite sides of the courtroom. They endured the trial stoically, eyes averted from the crime scene and the autopsy photos. Weiss didn't flinch from their images. She scribbled notes, nodding occasionally as first responders described in detail what happened on August 19th, 2019, the day the driver arrived at Udell's home off Jog and Yamato roads to deliver a washer and dryer she bought at Best Buy. A Boca Raton firefighter stumbled out of the laundry room, his eyes huge. "It's bad. It's effing bad," he told his partner. "She's on fire." Behind him, Udell was propped against her new washing machine, the top half of her body covered in flames. Blood soaked her hair. She moaned. Firefighters and paramedics described the same scene in detail. The smell of Udell burning, the way her skin seemed to blacken as they tried to extinguish the flames.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's horrible. The driver had fled from the Boca Raton home by then leaving behind the bloodied rubber mallet he struck her head with and the can of paint thinner he used to light her on fire afterwards. The assistant state attorney, yeah, this is horrible, but Monday that the voices didn't drive him to kill the 75-year-old. It was greed, he said, in an attempt to take her money, take more money, take all the money, to take whatever he wanted. Boca Raton police found $203 in his pocket when they arrested him, more than his co-workers said they received in tips that day. Scott suggested it came from Udell's wallet, which detectives found opened and rummaged through, a dollar bill left burning beside her. Public defenders Renee Shavola and Scott Pribble pushed back against the prosecutor's theory that a dispute over money precipitated the attack. To believe cash is in the pocket of a young Hispanic delivery driver could only be stolen is a dangerous assumption. She didn't deny that Lacazo attacked Udell, but argued that prosecutors couldn't prove beyond a reasonable doubt that he intended to kill her. Pribble asked the judge to consider, I know, how stress and panic can affect a person's ability to reason and the driver's age and emotional state. His immaturity and his cocaine use the night before could have impaired his judgment and his intention. Yeah. Premeditation,
Well, yeah, of course it did.
right, can be formed in an instant, Scott countered. It took the driver longer than that to swing the mallet into Udell's head again and again. The judge agreed. She reached her verdict moments after the attorneys finished their closing arguments. Udell's son began to weep. He will have a chance to address Lacazo directly on April 5th when he's slated to sentence him to prison. But yeah, it was a terrible case. Oh my gosh, just terrible. And this is the woman that was killed here. I'll put her picture up.
Yeah.
And what did he get? How long did he get in jail,
I'll tell you.
Caroline?
Hold on. I'm sure he got. I'll check right now his sentence. Hold on. Let me put the woman up here.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible.
Oh yeah. You got to be careful. Then there's a whole thing about the delivery drivers that they used, and if they have a whole different thing because of it. But yeah, you got to be careful. It's like it was nuts. Let's see. Lacazo, how long did Okay. Let's see. He was sentenced. He was convicted and he received his life sentence on April 5th, 2023. Let's see. Life without the possibility of the death penalty. So life in prison without parole. And then I guess they took the death penalty off there. He got, oh, wait, he got two, wait, hold on. He got 2 life sentences plus another 30-year sentence. He's never getting out, but he didn't get the death penalty.
Yeah. Why did they take the death penalty away?
I don't know. Maybe, let me see here.
Bleeding heart liberal judge.
I don't know. Let me
Yeah,
see.
something.
I don't know, though. Let me see.
Crazy.
2 life sentences plus another 30-year, according to the court. The 24-year-old was convicted in January. I don't know. Let me see if they even went, if the prosecutors even went for the.
This is why I have a list right now. I'm going to the grocery store.
Oh, it says here.
and
What? Oh, you got a list. It says, listen, in January of 2023, prosecutors and defense attorneys reached an agreement to waive the death penalty in exchange for a non-jury bench trial.
save the state some money.
Yeah.
That's what that was about. That's
But that
exactly.
makes
I'm
no
gonna
sense
just go in the
because
chat.
Okay.
Love you guys.
Love you.
I'm going in the chat.
Okay.
sweet dreams.
Get some rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
See, I don't know. I don't understand that.
Hi, Murder of Crows.
Hey, Murder.
But they've been doing that lately. And
Well, because a
taken
lot
that
of
off.
the states have, even though they had the death penalties, they weren't executing anybody. So, like Cindy
Yeah,
Watts even
exactly.
said in Colorado, she's like, I don't care if Chris would have gotten the death penalty; they're not executing anybody. You know, so I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of people thought that, but
Yeah. What's the point?
now
It
they
is
are. They
true.
are executing in Florida, and they're executing in South Carolina like crazy, and they're doing Oklahoma and Texas. Yeah, they've done a lot of
Florida.
executions.
Florida does not play. I'm here to tell you, ladies, if you come down here and you pull a stunt like that, they're going to stick a needle in your arm as quick as humanly possible. We don't care why you did it. We don't care if you're a junkie. We don't care if you were high on cocaine. We don't care if mommy dropped you on your skull when you were a baby. We don't care. If you if you killed one of our own here, we are going to do our very level best to kill you. That is the very essence of justice in this country. That is why you do not get your hands cut off when you break into my car and steal my car stereo, because it is not equal justice. You go to jail, you take 3 whacks, whatever, you get a felony conviction. When you intentionally take a human life, the only way to actually balance the scales of justice is for you to forfeit your own.
Well, like Caroline said, though, they put a stop on everything because there was a woman that was supposed to be killed in. I watched a documentary that the girl that she killed, her mother did, and she was supposed to be put to death in 2021, but COVID came, and then they stopped it. And she's still in jail, and they still haven't put her to death. And it's already been 40
Well, they
years.
look at Scott Peterson. He's not on death row anymore.
Yeah.
And neither is
No,
Chris
he
Coleman.
got commuted.
Not Chris Coleman.
He got
Chris
that
Longo. Chris Longo got
He got
commuted
his-
too.
He got his sentence
Yeah.
commuted because there were errors in the DA's prosecution of the case.
Right. But
That's
also
what they said.
Chris
Yeah.
Longo also had a death sentence. He killed his family, put him in suitcases, and threw him in the river. And he doesn't have a life sentence anymore either.
The one that was just trying to beat the death penalty, the guy with all the tats on him?
No. Are you talking about the guy in Florida, Wade Wilson?
Yeah, he was just up for that. They were having a hearing about, he was trying to get life in prison instead of the death penalty like they gave him. He's a wackadoo.
Hello, USA.
Oh,
He's real
he's another
He's
one
evil.
like Ted. He's like Ted Bundy. He's got this whole entourage of women that want to marry him and bear his children. And
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's crazy, though, what he did to those women. I mean,
you know, his own daddy gave him up, and God rest his soul. What a hero.
He was like, his daddy was like 13 years old, wasn't he?
or something like that,
Yeah,
right?
something crazy. Their
Yeah.
parents were like 13 and 14 years old, and then they gave them to a family at the church. They gave that baby to a family at the church because the parents of Wade Wilson were 13 and 14 years old, I believe.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And I don't care. I don't care how bad your mental health issues are. We had a case here, Billy Ferry in Claremont City, where the man was obviously mentally deranged. He came in, he started spouting nonsense about people being communists into a build-up Winn-Dixie at the time. This was in the 80s. And he threw gas all over everybody and set them on fire. Obviously, the man is completely deranged, obviously. And we didn't hesitate to put him down. We don't care. I don't care. I really don't care.
Look what they did in Iowa with the Kohlberger.
Idaho, yeah.
Now, they should have never gave him a deal. They should have put that guy down.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
and there were
absolutely.
parents that wanted that. That was just that, and a lot of people were upset with the prosecutor because why do you even have it in your state if you're not going to use it?
Well, their argument is actually a legitimate argument. These cases sometimes go to, they're so public that it's going to be just as damaging to the surviving members of the victim as it was to the victim. By the time the trial is over, it's almost like everybody that was close to Wade Wilson's victims are going to get murdered as well. But obviously they're not, but that is their deal, and they will approach, and we've had it happen here where the district attorney's office has approached relatives of somebody that's been charged with this and asked them, how do you feel about the death penalty? The kind of a questionnaire, kind of get a feel for what's going on. And you would be amazed at the amount of people that are like, listen, lock him up, weld the door shut. I'll be glad to pay for his cable for the rest of his life and let him just die in a box. I understand that argument there. What I don't understand is why these families don't take matters into their own hands.
Because
I am a strong proponent.
You can't say that.
You can't say that.
You can't say that, man, because we already have anarchy already, and in the Kohlberger case, he didn't.
Yeah, why would they want to do
family.
that? And then they've been robbed of their child, and now they're going to be robbed of the lives of a lot of them have other children and things, and then they're going to go
Exactly.
to what would that serve? Then that doesn't make any sense.
Well, we had a case like that right here in Florida, where a karate back in the 80s, where a karate instructor had molested this boy.
Essay. You have to say essay. Essay.
Okay.
We're on
Essay.
YouTube.
I'm sorry.
We're on YouTube. Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm not used to. Okay, I'll refrain. He'd done some bad things to this child.
Right.
And the father was waiting for him. They flew him back to Texas because he had done some bad things to some kids there. And while he was being escorted down the ramp with a U.S. Marshal in each arm, you see this guy who's on the phone, hang up the phone. He was talking to his wife, and unalived him right there in the hallway.
Okay.
God, never mind.
Yeah, and I understand that, but at that point, then what
He
happens?
got 5 years probation. He got 5 years probation.
Yeah, but what is that going to solve, though? It really doesn't solve anything.
But what if he got life in prison or execution, and then has other children and grandchildren, and what? That doesn't. You can't do that.
You can't. You know, you can't. Yeah, you can't do that.
Well, I'm an old tally. I'm an old tally, and I have a way of thinking that's probably not appropriate in certain social circles. I just believe that we would have a lot less of what's going on if we were a little more deliberate about how it's been handled. I really believe that. It's not about vengeance. It's really not about vengeance so much as it is a deterrent.
Yeah, but you just can't take the law in your own hands.
Yeah, you can't. You can't do that. Well, you can make that choice, but like what Caroline just said, who's to say they're not going to put you to death? Or you stay in jail for a 3 life sentence? I mean, that's your choice if you want to make it.
I get the other side of the coin, ladies. I really, really do. But for me personally, if you do something like this to a member of my family,
well, but then you're going to be in a box yourself. Then
so be it. I can live with it. You know, that's like you said. That is a choice that we all must make. It's very personal. I probably shouldn't have even brought it up. That is
probably not. But and to change the subject, Steve Jones says they just towed the car away 20 minutes ago in Rio.
Yeah, I was seeing that. They searched that thing. They did everything but rip the bumpers off.
The silver SUV was towed away, huh?
Yeah.
But I thought they wanted to.
Actually caught that. You know, I got a sign.
I thought they were talking about the white van, Caroline.
She said a silver SUV. The mother said.
No, it's a silver SUV. I mean, they were on it like ants on a chicken bone.
Yeah, but just.
Yeah, they were. I saw it live. What was happening? As soon as I got the network up and running again, I started thumbing through everything I lived. And I do want to say with great pride, the very first channel that I restored was the one that I'm on right now.
So I see it's like a whitish SUV kind of, right?
Yeah, it's a gray SUV.
Gray, it's gray,
like
but it looks white
but
but it's at night, so.
An Equinox. It looks like an Equinox. I caught it, you know. Yeah, I don't know if it has anything to do with this thing with the woman or not. I just think that it's kind of odd that the way they came at this, because I didn't know it at the time, but I was telling you ladies what was going on at the when the police were doing this mass exodus out of the daughter's neighborhood. FBI was running down the street. I mean, it was a mass exodus. And then the SWAT thing came up, and I was getting that, and then I was checking the radar, and the helicopters were mobilized and flying all over the place. And I put two and two together, and I thought, well, maybe they stumbled across something. Maybe somebody identified old boy underneath that ski mask and said, "This is your guy."
Yeah, but didn't you say something earlier?
Oh, well, do you know what they
did?
do? You know what they just showed? They just showed that there were blood droplets not only on that porch area, but down the stairs and on the cement walkway. There were blood droplets on the cement
really?
walkway. Yeah. Fox Digital just has a thing of them. There's blood. There's a crack in the side on the sidewalk going down, and there's some blood droplets there. Now, did they test that blood to see if it was Nancy's? Maybe that blood is someone else's. I don't know. Maybe they haven't told us.
Not likely. The odds of that being somebody else's blood, given the totality of what's going on.
Right. Well, I know, but why? Yeah. Why did they just say the blood on the porch and not the blood
The
there?
other thing.
Well,
And look, they're going in.
That literally rules out her being wrapped up in tarp.
No, I said, and like Caroline said, because you said earlier, well, maybe he had like a tarp in that bag because it looked real packed. And I said, maybe they brought like a tarp to put her on it and then pull her, because one dude is not to be able to carry an 85-year-old person. You know?
It's incredibly hard. You believe it or not, I found this out.
I know. I used to work in a nursing home, so I know. I know. And as they get older, they're harder to live.
I went through that
Like
with
dead
my
weight?
wife. Yeah. I don't like to use that term when I was
Well, I
talking about my
didn't say
wife.
it like that.
No,
Yeah.
I know you didn't. That's no blood, no foul there. But my wife had a heart attack many years ago, and it was stress related. And I was here for the whole SHIT show. And I'm I come out of the shipyards, I come out of the streets. There's nothing soft with me. There's nothing weak with me. I'm running about 235, 240 pounds, and I'm pretty strong. I really am. I don't push pencils for a living. And
Are they saying they tested it, Caroline?
They didn't say that. They didn't say that. They just said that it goes all the way down here. It does not just on the porch. And they also said that they finished searching the house of that woman 47 minutes ago, and it showed them leaving her house. But it's not saying, I'm trying to see if they're saying what's going on with the guy that was detained. And, where is he fitting in this here?
That's what I'm saying. Are they trying to throw out something else so people will get interested in it? And they know the real stuff that's going on and just don't want to tell us?
Okay, now here, listen.
You know what I
The
mean?
person detained in the Nancy Guthrie case is innocent. His mother-in-law tells News Nation. Josephina says her son-in-law hasn't shown any violent behavior and doesn't have any criminal history. That's what she's saying. Now, whether or not the SWAT team or the bomb squad is on Nancy Guthrie case, we all want her home. Okay, yeah, great. We do, but I mean, come on, let's get to the point here. Someone is going to recognize this person. Let's see. Let me go to the latest here. Of course, it should be on the latest. I don't know. So they did the search of the home. They're finished with that. They've got the car. But what is that person related to? Are they related to the Bitcoin, or are they related to the camera?
They never said that. That's
Okay.
what I'm saying. Are they doing this to distract everybody?
I don't know anymore.
Yeah, I mean, all day it's been like crazy.
It's a roller coaster ride.
Exactly. It's like it's like what a
Normally, I
narcissist does.
Normally, I can tell you what cops are going to do. I understand the procedures and the chain of evidence and what they go through and how they do stuff. But
today has been crazy.
This whole investigation is like,
Maybe they wanted everybody to get down there so they could do other stuff. I don't know. It's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. Maybe they just don't want to tell everybody the real truth. And like you just said it, have everybody go that way, and they know what's really going on.
Yeah, like it's a magic trick. Normally, ma'am, I would contest what you just said. I'm like, no. But after what I have seen and the way that they have handled this investigation,
something. There's more to it than meets the eye.
Don't know. At this point, I'm thinking if they actually catch the monster that did this, it's going to be on pure luck. The guy's going to surrender himself or something. Because I don't see any, I've seen enough to where I'm like, what are you guys thinking? I'm not a law enforcement officer, and I know your protocols. I know them, and you're not following them. And I don't understand why. And it's not just one little hick town with 5 police officers that really, are doing, Opie, Taylor kind of stuff. I mean, you got the FBI, state police, county sheriff, city, and you're all like, well, what do we do next? Anybody got any answers? By the way, is anybody in charge?
Because it's crazy. But okay, even this, they searched the sub pump. Well, not the sub pump, but the
septic tank. The septic tank.
Septic tank. I couldn't think. Okay, they did that by Nancy's house, and they showed you.
Right.
But they didn't show you if they did it by the sister's house.
Right.
So I think there's more to meet the eye on this whole story. And like Caroline just said, they did that for everybody to be distracted to run there. Because it's like 10 minutes away from Mexico. Just like what's her name just said on the chat. Steve Jones said, it's only 10 minutes away from Mexico.
I don't know. It's getting really ridiculous now.
It is. It's like,
you're
like a shit show.
Well, that was a nice way of you putting it, because that was exactly what I was going to say.
Because I know if that was my mother, I'd be furious.
I'd be hopping.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Do I need to go get a crew of guys myself and try to sort this thing out?
No, do you need to get your... Yeah, but does her daughter need to get her own private investigator? Because these people are doing... Well, they could be putting on a facade, too. You never know.
Yeah, that's the deal. You don't know. The law enforcement is going to tell you, look, you're a civilian. You don't have a clue what we're doing or what we're talking about. So quit judging us. We're doing the best we can with what we got. We have a guy dressed up like the Stay Puft boogeyman that nobody can identify. We have an elderly woman. We have no clue where she is. And I don't know exactly what you expect us to do, because we don't have a crystal ball. We don't have David Copperfield on the phone.
Yeah, but like Caroline said before, remember, Caroline, you were saying earlier, you were trying to figure out if they did pay the Bitcoin.
Yeah, but they didn't. They said less than $300 was in the Bitcoin. So, but
Right.
could it
Yes,
be
but-
that
but-
this guy went after the Bitcoin? Could it have been? Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe.
Did he open the wallet and try to take it out? Because, like I told you, when I listened to Vinny Politan on Court TV on his own podcast, right? He was a prosecutor. He said that it can be traced, but once they take it out of that wallet, that's how they can get the IP thing, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
To
Yeah,
trace
they-
it. But that doesn't mean that it's going to come back to somebody. Real. It could be a fake person.
The list of stuff that it could be. I'm familiar with some of the latest and greatest in software and how to be anonymous out there, truly anonymous.
Well, you
it's
don't
not
put
that
your
hard.
real name. Yeah, but when you do Bitcoin, the way they were explaining it the other day and I was listening to it, you don't have to put your real name. Nobody
No,
puts
the
their
whole
real
idea
name
is
for that.
The whole idea is to keep that anonymous. Okay,
Exactly.
if you choose to do so, whether you're using Tor exit nodes, whether you're using a VPN, in another country, it is very, very difficult to actually trace. Although I do believe, because I've known a number of people that thought they were cutesy and they're going to do some stuff. Keyboard warriors is what I call them. One guy, actually, he wasn't a friend of mine. I swear, ladies, he wasn't. And I didn't know what he was doing. But he actually took it upon himself. One of the local telephone carriers, this is a number of years ago now, I want to say about 4 years ago, used all of those credentials, and he slipped up somewhere. He was depositing ransomware. He hijacked their whole system. He was very upset. It was in Montana, I believe, and he just received like 32 years in federal prison behind it. So I believe that Uncle Sam has access to what we don't have access to in the way of discovering IP addresses and locations, and I do believe that, and I do believe that we should all act appropriately. The stuff that I run, is it hackable? Of course, anything is. But I run state-of-the-art cryptography on my network. But once again, if I go to the map, I'm looking at it right now. In order to brute force my password, it would take you 1.3 million years.
Okay,
but the only man's able to get right now.
yeah,
So I
they
think
could
it's
get
that
anything, but I'm just saying, they had to have, if they got a search warrant, they could have looked through the car right then and there, but then they towed it.
Oh, they want to take it to the forensic specialist. Yeah, I wouldn't trust one of them bozos on the side of the road either. I absolutely would not do that. Given what's all at stake here, they're going to pull. You won't recognize that vehicle in the next 24 hours. There'll be nothing. That they're going through the tires, gas tanks, the dash is coming out. They're about to dissect this poor vehicle into just pieces.
Yeah, but like Caroline just said, maybe he was the person that took the bait for the Bitcoin. You know what I mean?
No, that could be, and if that's the case, that means he has login credentials to the Bitcoin account himself, and that's pretty damning. It's like, look, you're telling me that you didn't enter the house, but on your key ring here is the key to the front door. It's not a good look. So we will know in the future, because relatively soon future, just simply because if it's not him, then they need to move on, and they know it. They need to go back out into the field and figure out what is going on here. The way this family has treated this whole situation, with the lack of the indignancy towards the general public and towards the news media. If it were me, I would be hopping mad at that you are looking at me as someone who hurt my mama. I would just be, you would know I'm pissed. There would be no question about it. I would be having press conferences, lawyers. Look here, people, let's get something straight here, okay? For one, I didn't hurt my mama. I don't have nothing to do with this. I would be raising some kind of hell. I would. Now, that's just me.
Yeah, no, I
Okay.
mean, I would say something too, but it's that there's just so much going on that nobody now, it's like, now I'm telling you, it's going through all these stages. Now I'm gotten to the stage where I'm almost indifferent. Seriously.
No, don't do
Because,
that.
no, I feel so, like, I just feel like someone's playing games with us. Like,
Yeah.
it's here,
yeah.
it's here, it's here, it's here. It's like, oh, cut it out.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even want to even be bothered anymore. Like, that's how it's getting to all these stages. You're getting frustrated, you're getting angry, you're getting fatigued with it. Now
Yeah.
you're like, okay, it's coming to an end. We got something. And then you're given, like, a can of worms. Oh,
Yeah.
all right. I don't, like, I don't know. It's getting to the point where it's just,
You just don't want to.
you don't know where you're
Scared
going.
anymore.
Are you going anywhere? Or this is like, people are saying like all kinds of crap, and like, is this?
Yeah.
It's gotten to the point where I'm getting that it's like this is like a joke for them or something. I don't know. Like, what the hell is going on? I've never seen anything
Yeah,
like
exactly.
this. Where they won't say, well, why
Yeah.
is this person being detained? Detained for what? Because of the security footage or because of the Bitcoin stuff?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. I feel the same way Caroline feels.
It's
because,
getting to
like,
the point that
they're
it's
running you
like
around.
you're
Yeah.
invested all this emotion and everything in it, and now it's like, exactly, Julianne.
Yeah.
We feel manipulated. You feel like, what the hell is going on?
You feel like
Exactly,
you're being
and
played
the-
by a...
Yeah, like you're
A
being
puppeteer.
played. Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Like,
You know.
her last video, how she made her last video, crying to the public.
Yeah.
Right.
It just
Yeah,
didn't
I
sound
saw-
right.
I saw
It was
that.
very
I saw-
strange.
I saw it when I was
Yeah.
very unimpressed. I was very
Yeah,
unimpressed because
but
I'm
it was
looking...
very strange.
It's
'Cause
like,
you
wait,
never
like
see
today-
a video like that.
No, but today when we came on, right, we saw these images and everybody's like, oh my gosh, this woman must have been terrified. We're feeling like, oh my gosh, this guy was at her house. What did
Yeah.
he do with her? Oh man, what's going on? Who is this? And then all day with that, who is this? And
Yeah.
then why didn't the family say they didn't, like, we had to hear, okay, we heard it through ABC, they don't recognize them as anybody in the family. This is what they're saying. But why didn't law enforcement come out and clear some of the suspects?
That's the
Exactly. And
question.
do a press conference.
Because they did
They do a
it. They
press
did it in
conference.
Idaho. Wait, they did it in Idaho when people thought
Yeah.
Kaylee's boyfriend had something to do with it. They came out and said he was cleared. Why
Yep.
won't they come out and say, they're saying the family doesn't recognize anybody in the video, but why aren't they coming out and saying it's not the son-in-law? Did we know the rumors going around
Yeah.
social media? He has been cleared. We use this, that, and this technology on that, and he had nothing to do with it.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking earlier. There's something going on. The public is being played.
Okay,
Yeah,
And they
now,
are.
now Steve
That's-
is saying Carlos is home, and his car is in the driveway.
See? My God.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
And you're
See,
like,
I told
well,
you.
okay.
I'm telling you.
What else? And there is nothing else. I would suggest this, though. I found myself ramping up my blood pressure, and I don't have blood pressure issues, but I found myself ramping up my blood pressure in frustration over this, and I have now put myself in check about this. I am not going to harm myself in the way of stress-related whatever, okay, over something I have absolutely no control over.
Mm-hmm. Well,
No,
that's what I
you
mean.
do that.
That's what I
I'm
mean
not
about
gonna do
becoming indifferent about it, because it just
Yeah.
feels like they're putting us through this stuff. And now, okay, now Steve's saying that they're questioning Carlos at the mother-in-law's house.
Oh, come on now. Are you
They
serious?
just opened the crime scene at the mother-in-law's house. What do you mean, Steve? They put crime scene tape around the house? I'm so confused, Steve. What are you talking about?
I thought they kept it up.
I don't know. I've been running around following my buddy wherever he goes. You know.
How many times are they going to put that crime scene tape up and take it down?
They said that it's a
come
crime
on.
scene?
Yeah.
I don't know. Steve, they said the mother-in-law's house is a crime scene? This is crazy.
I
thought they said that they just.
Are you saying that silver SUV is in the driveway? It's not been impounded?
No. What I saw was them loading it up on a flatbed. They were digging into it. Now I didn't actually see, in case somebody wants to put my feet to the fire, I didn't actually see them load it on to a what I call a Jerdan. It's a flatbed. What I did see was a Jerdan was there, and they were pulling it apart, which leads me to believe after they did this search that they're going to load this sucker up. Why else would the tow truck be there if they didn't intend on towing it away? Something you just I gotta look at through a common sense kind of view. You're here, you're ripping this thing out apart on the side of the road. Half a dozen cops are doing this, and all of a sudden I hear this beep, 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 and I look, and it's a flatbed Jerdan tow truck. Well, the assumption is that when they're done here, they're going to take it back to the crime lab. I have to make that assumption. Why else is the truck there in the first place?
So they towed
I don't get it.
I don't know. I'm going to check to see if I can see something here. This is
You know, I mean,
See if you can see
I mean,
anything, Caroline, because that sounds crazy.
Yeah, why call the tow truck if you're not going to tow it away? And if you're going to tow it away, where are you taking it? Well, you're taking it to the crime lab. You're taking it to impound.
Okay.
And see if they told, because somebody in the chat said they told the mother-in-law to stay somewhere for a couple days.
Okay, it says major developments in the Nancy Guthrie case came late Tuesday. A person detained for questioning, a search warrant being executed at a home in Rio Rico, Arizona, which is about 60 miles. We know that from Tucson near the Mexican border. Now, despite the developments, authorities have still not been able to locate Nancy Guthrie. The person detained, law enforcement detained a subject for questioning who was stopped during a traffic stop. The detention is based on investigative leads, but the person has not been charged. A law enforcement official told CNN at the time it's not clear if the person is the same individual in the surveillance footage. Persons of interest, Kash Patel said the agency is looking at persons of interest in the case, did not say who might be under suspicion, but said authorities were going through the process of elimination. Search warrant was executed at the home in Rio Rico. The road where the search is ongoing has been closed. The woman on scene said it was her home that was being searched. Let's see. They were also searching a car. Okay. Let's see. So they don't say anything about, what did you say? He's already home and doing interviews. They blocked the road. They wouldn't let anyone in the house. Now everyone can go back. Carlos is in there giving interviews to news reporters. Oh, okay. He's in there giving interviews to news reporters. So he's done. Wait, then he's done with the police?
Apparently, apparently he is doing the best thing that he could be doing. Look here, people, I ain't got nothing to do with this HAIT. Okay, don't be coming at me. You know, I guarantee you that's what that's about. And I don't blame him. That would be, I don't know what the correlation here is between, but given the situation, the totality of the circumstances, if it were me, I'd be holding the presser too. Look, I got caught up into something I had nothing to do with, people. Don't come, you know, looking to stake me to an ant farm. You know, it's not me. You know, the very thing that the family ought to be doing and not doing.
Oh, now he's up, yeah. Now he's all over the place. This is Carlos, who said he was pulled over by police and was accused of kidnapping Nancy Guthrie. They have released him. We just spoke with him outside his house in Rio Rancho, Arizona. And he's out there in front of his house, and he's in a blue polo shirt telling everybody what was done. And oh my gosh, and they've released him. And I guess he's had nothing to do with it. Prime suspect, they said, released and back home.
Oh my God, you're going to make the kid have a bad life.
He was pulled over and now he's back home. Okay.
Okay, yeah, he should. Well, as soon as they actually do.
And somebody said, and this, folks, is why you don't go posting random people online that you think is a suspect. Okay, yeah. That's why I wasn't. People were already grabbed his Facebook and this and that. And oh my gosh, and they have the wrong Facebook. Oh, that's the wrong guy. Yeah, so yeah.
Now, Miss Carolyn, now you see why I came flying back into your channel and corrected myself immediately when I made a mistake about that search warrant.
Right.
But this is exactly
This is the
why.
guy. Now he himself is putting himself on the news. So now he is news. So you can show him here. This is him. He's back at his house.
You have a picture of him?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't see it.
Well, you'll have
I think I see it. It's, I'm looking at a live stream, and it seems to be, I don't know where it is.
He's in front of his house with a bluish green polo shirt on, and it's got a bunch of lights in his face. It is on there. It is. But you have to look on YouTube, though, Margaret. So you have to look at your YouTube, on your YouTube. We're on YouTube. No, not another channel, UHP. It's on my channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there he is. Yeah, there he is.
I can't see it. I don't know why.
If you go to my YouTube, make sure you're all the way to the end. Make sure you have that red bar all the way to the end.
You might have to refresh the screen. That's what I did. Yeah.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Steve, for giving the updates. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I do appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you, man. What you don't want to do is come after the wrong guy. God forbid, man. I can't think of anything worse other than what has actually already transpired. Is to actually start a lynch squad, okay? Because that's what you'll do.
But I want to know, why did they go get this guy? What was the lead on him? Did he say what was the lead on him, Steve?
Nobody is saying. They're saying that there was a tip.
Right. That he took
Well, that
Nancy.
could be anything. That could be anything. Look, if they even thought that he was part of this at all, he would not be home right now.
Well, remember when we first heard about it, Caroline?
Mm-hmm.
Someone said that they showed the picture to the mother,
Right.
of the guy in
Right.
the camera that they
Yeah.
had at Nancy's house.
Right.
And she said that wasn't her son.
Right.
So, but I don't know why they pulled him over. I don't
Now,
understand.
this guy, okay, this guy doesn't look that tall because how tall is that door? And if a doorknob is usually at what height? He doesn't look that tall. Now they were saying that other guy was 6 feet tall to 6'2", is what they said.
Yeah.
This guy doesn't look
That's
6
what I
foot to
figured.
6'2".
No, he looks like he's
It
running
looks
a
like-
5'5".
He looks like
5'6".
maybe 5'7", 5'6",
Yeah.
5'7".
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
not.
because I'm 5'5".
That's not the guy. That is not the guy. And I don't want to say this like I'm speaking from authority, but I'm looking at that guy and I remember the picture that Miss Carolyn posted. That's not the guy under the monkey suit.
Look at the
Okay.
eyes.
Yeah. Well,
Look at his eyes.
I can't see the eyes, and I can tell you this much for sure. If they get this wrong, it is catastrophic for law enforcement.
But they already did.
No, if
Look,
this turns
he's
out to
back
be
home.
the guy, hear me out. If this turns out to be the guy and they let him go, okay, this is catastrophic. There has not been that much time. Whatever this gentleman has told them in the last, 3 hours? 4 hours? Okay? Had to be
It's 3 o'clock in the
convincing
morning,
enough.
man. It's 3 o'clock in the morning.
It had to
They
be
went after him
convincing.
at 9.
Okay, so it's been 6 hours. Okay?
Yeah.
Whatever this gentleman has told them has to have been convincing enough for them to kick him loose.
You could just make the picture bigger.
Did I enter
I-
look?
I don't know.
The shapes are different. It's, maybe because I'm a woman and I look at, and the eyes are to the soul of the person.
Oh, man.
In fact, it is.
That-
And
no,
if
that
you
is
look at
fact.
the shape, it is. And if you look at the shape of his eyes, it doesn't, I'm telling you, it's not like the picture Caroline posted earlier. Totally different.
And I don't think the
What do you
gentleman
think,
under that-
Caroline?
It's gotta be
I
her.
I don't think it's the guy. I think he's much shorter than the guy was, and the car's in the
Mhm.
driveway, right? And there's a video of the interview, but you can look it up. It's not trying to tell anyone, would you say, where people leave. If you look it up, you will see. The car's in the driveway. Okay, well, we believe it. I mean, I'm just asking you if you knew what the tip was. Did he say what the tip was, why he was implicated? I mean,
I don't know.
how was he
They're gonna have
implicated?
to tell.
Who gave this tip and why?
They didn't say it earlier. That guy from
No.
News Nation, remember?
Yeah.
He just said they were on their way after somebody,
Right,
you know?
right.
And,
Apparently-
and he said the SWAT team went out.
And they did.
But they,
With
Yeah, but-
helicopters, they thought they had their guy.
yeah, but they, I'm like, so,
He's had to been able to prove that the only thing that he could say to them to be released this quick is he had to have been able to prove conclusively that he was nowhere near that house on that date at that time.
Well, somebody said earlier they took everybody's phone. So they probably looked at everybody's phone and know.
So now everybody's
communication.
now everybody's calling them like the Keystone Cops. The search in Rico was officially a fiasco. What a mess! They botched this one. Watching an interview of a man that was detained, he was stopped while out on a delivery, questioned, and was cleared. Plot thickens again. We're back at square one.
See?
Right. I don't.
It's like Caroline said earlier. It said it on another channel I just went to, and a lot of people are commenting that this is just, it's unbelievable, and it's like a circus.
Yeah.
They can't figure
Breaking,
anything out.
unconfirmed.
They're
Carlos
making
Mann denies any involvement with Nancy Guthrie.
Like I said earlier, they are getting tips, thousands of them, and they literally have to go through every single one. And on top of the normalcy of having to do that, they've also got keyboard warriors out there throwing a monkey wrench into everything that they can for their own personal gratification or whatever. I'm talking about the artificial ransom note. You have this. I definitely would not condemn the police for this. I'm not going to. Now, I won't judge anybody that does, but I am not going to do that simply because they had a tip. This was their guy. They responded. They did what they needed to do. Obviously, it's conclusive. He's not their man. Kiss, kiss, hug, hug. We're awful sorry that we did traumatize you like this. Let us get you and your vehicle back home, and with our deepest apologies. And I hope you understand why we did what we did.
Yeah, because otherwise he's going to sue them. And people have done that before.
Well,
you know?
and they don't care about being sued. They don't care about being sued. They need to find this old woman. Right now, the law enforcement doesn't care. Later on, they may care. City managers and stuff in City Hall, they may care. Right now, everybody's feet is being held to the fire on this. Like I said, you've got the President of the United States, arguably the most powerful man on the planet. Right behind him is the director of the FBI, arm-chairing this.
Now they said the electrical contractor. They're posting a picture of some electrical contractor, which I don't even know if it is, that apparently did work in January, and claiming that the IP address may be connected with the Bitcoin transfer, and it's a contractor that did work on a residence in January. What is that, a bunch of crap too? Because they haven't even mentioned that. It's like just
exactly.
Crazy.
I think they know the person. Honestly, I believe they know the person. They're just giving everybody a runaround because it's all over. It's all over everything, and they want to keep it hush hush, and they just want to show the public all this other stuff. And I mean, come on.
It would
watch shows.
It would not be a first
before. Come on, and there's kids missing or people that vanished, and they get a tip 20 years later, and they actually find the person, even though they might not be around anymore, but they still find it and they break the case. Better than this.
Granted,
you know what I'm saying?
What you're suggesting here is a red flag operation, okay, and I absolutely agree with you up to the point of this guy. Maybe they're running some psyop thing where they're trying to get the actual perpetrator to relax long enough for him to make a mistake so they can grab him up. But I don't think they would take this red flag operation to the extent where they're snatching people up off the street.
Yeah, they will.
I have a hard time with that.
Doing already, man. They've been doing that. I mean, come on. I mean, not to change the subject, but they have been doing that. I mean, even I got stopped 3 weeks ago by them. And I had to show them my birth certificate. Thank God I had it in my pocketbook. So they are doing that. And, you know, but you don't know. You don't know. It could be smoke and mirrors for the public because they screwed up.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's gonna lose their job. I'm telling you, because you're going in your, you're going on your. Tomorrow is the 11th day, right? Or the 12th day.
I don't even know anymore. It's getting.
I know.
Sunday
exactly.
Sunday was 1 week. Actually, early Sunday
Yeah.
a.m. Early Monday it would be 8 on 9 or 10. Going on 10,
well,
just
it's
10
the 10th day
days.
now.
10th day.
It would be what, the 10th day now, or the 11th day. It's 3 in the morning. I'm on the East Coast, so time's a little different in Arizona right now. It would be
We're
the
2
9th
hours
day.
behind us. So
Florida, it would be the 10th day.
but they're going on their 11th day. They're 2 hours behind us. So somebody, I'm like Caroline. I'm like so aggravated because this is such immature stuff that they're doing.
I don't know who at this point. I don't know who's got their shit together better. The Forrest Gump guy you see on video at the house or the cops. Okay.
But like
I am disgusted by the notion that this untrained, unprepared OPMFer trying to blow his pea dinker off with a musket shoved in the front of his pants is actually smarter than the cops.
Yeah.
But you gotta tell me, okay, just like Caroline said, I'm sure they didn't just get this video. They released it now. I'm sure
Right.
they had it a week ago.
No, the FBI video, they say they just got it and gave it out. But here's the thing, you've got to remember too, whoever was there had a 10-hour lead time on them.
Yeah.
10
Yep.
hours.
Yep. That's if she was even at the house, like we were talking earlier. Who's to say they didn't cut her earlier when she might have not ever come home?
But
And then placed that
they
there?
know she was home because her pacemaker.
Right.
Her pacemaker
Right.
was making contact
Yeah,
with the
the
app until
Apple
2
thing.
something, yeah. And if they
Right.
do
I mean,
find her,
anybody
even if she is deceased, and they find her, there's a device they can put to that pacemaker, and it'll tell exactly the episodes with her heart.
And it'll tell when she passed away.
Yes,
too.
that's what I mean.
It will tell
Yes,
you.
yes.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. And I'm surprised she didn't have a machine in the house. Like my girlfriend, she has a pacemaker and she has a machine in the house that tells the doctor.
Well, she has an
You know what I'm
app.
saying?
It goes through an app. My father used to have something. You had to call in. So did my grandfather. You had to call in every so often, and
Yeah.
it did something. But that's a long time ago. But now I think they go through this app. The
Yeah.
machine goes
It's
through
just-
this app.
Art made wise. I'm with you. I hear what you're saying, and
It's
Hi,
so
Sandra
crazy.
Voss.
people still care a great deal.
There's so many holes in everything you see. The behavior, the red flags. It's just, I mean, I don't know. Honestly,
I still
just
care,
crazy.
Heart. But you don't understand what I mean. It's just, it's
No, I care
ridiculously,
like you
yeah,
do.
we
It's
care.
just
Of course we
ridiculous.
care. But it's like, it's
It's
getting to the point that it's
Mm-hmm.
just, you're feeling like, what the hell are they doing?
It's like a TV show, like a Real Housewives thing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
reality TV.
Exactly.
But this is really reality. This
Exactly.
is a put-up job.
And there's a grandmother and a mother out there that
our
They
grievance.
don't even know where she is. I mean, come on now.
I can't even imagine the frustration. All things being equal, the family had nothing to do with this. Now, I've made my views very clear on that, but I'm saying just to be saying it, I can't even imagine what the daughters are feeling of the
Yeah,
frustration that they're feeling. Look, why don't you have this guy in custody?
But like
The whole
Caroline
world
said,
knows about this.
yeah, but like Caroline said earlier, why hasn't the cops said, well, we've cleared this person
Yeah,
of
they
the
should.
family?
They've done it in
Why
other
haven't they done
investigations.
that?
Why haven't they said everyone here has been cleared? Or just like they did
they
in
have-
Idaho,
yeah.
they said clearly
Yep.
Jack was cleared. Why can't they say these
Mhm.
people have been cleared? Not everyone is a
Exactly.
suspect, because that's what they say in the very beginning of something. But then
Yeah.
they'll come on and they'll say, the family's been cleared, these people have been cleared, the maintenance workers have been cleared, but they're not saying anyone's
Exactly.
been cleared. Everyone's a
Just like
suspect.
you-
And the way the
Exactly.
semantics that they've said, like, well, people could be
Mhm.
calling him a suspect when he might be a victim. That's said so strangely, when he might be a victim. If I was me
Might.
and I was the victim, I would say, what the hell? That I might be a victim? Like, what? If you didn't do anything, why would you let anybody speak about you like that?
Yeah,
Miss Carolyn's getting ready
crazy.
to pop a gasket.
But it's
just
so
like Paul
crazy.
Canaro's case. But
Miss
like Paul
Carolyn,
Canaro's
I gotta
case.
say, Miss Carolyn, I gotta say, your Mediterranean bloodlines are showing their head. I'm with you. They're just stepping on themselves in such not immature, but unprofessional way. If you cleared a subject as it's called, okay, I call him a human being, you need to damn well make an oppressor out there, because the last thing like this poor schmuck here at his house needs is 10,000 people parked in his front yard all looking to carve him up like a turkey.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and they don't need to be thinking, oh, well, it's him, they just can't prove it. All of the scenarios that roll around in their head, either this is the guy or this is not the guy. If this is not the guy, then you need to make it public. Look, unequivocally, this is not the man. Please leave him alone.
But we're not. But we're not.
They're not doing that. They're not doing that. I understand Miss Carolyn's rage that she's feeling here. Why aren't you doing these things? You are leaving the entire United States in this big bowl of limbo. We got this guy, he's detained, but he's not arrested. Turns out he's not the guy, but we're not going to come out and tell anybody that we know conclusively this is not our man. You're just leaving everybody in limbo to allow their own imaginations to just run rampant.
Just like Caroline, just like in the Paul Canaro case, the younger brother, they went on TV and they said he was not a suspect. You remember that?
No, I don't, but I'm willing to take your word for it. That's for sure.
Caroline?
I'm sorry, I was reading Steve's comment. What did you say? Who is it?
The one in New Jersey, in Colts Neck, New Jersey.
Right.
They even said that the younger brother was not a suspect.
Right, yeah.
And they haven't even done that here.
Right.
And
yeah,
if she's right.
Steve was saying
we're
that.
not bashing anybody.
No. Steve was saying it's crazy. You detain the person, take their cell phones, tell their mother-in-law they can't go back in the house. So go find somewhere else for the night. We want all the phones and block the road and damage the house and then let everything let it back and say, our mistake.
Yeah, this is exactly what I'm saying. Without actually admitting that you made a mistake, which is totally forgivable. The whole world is looking at you why you don't have this guy. I get the fact that you rounded up the wrong guy. I get it. I'm not surprised at all that this has happened or will continue to happen. But when somebody is cleared, you need to tell the world, look, this
Have
ain't
a
our
press
guy.
conference.
This ain't our gal. Please do not harm this individual, because that's what's going to happen. Some nutcase is going to figure out, they're going to start entertaining the idea that somebody is just out slicking them, and then they're going to have a crime. I'm not going to say on your channel what they're doing, but you know where I'm going with this. Somebody's going to get hurt because we have enough people running around. Tensions are high, emotions are through the roof. It is a matter of time before somebody acts out their emotions on somebody they think did this old lady like this. It is a matter of time. The only way to prevent that is when you clear somebody, you publicly, I don't even care if you say you're sorry. I don't care that you say you made a mistake. I don't care. You don't have to do that. Just say, listen, we had a tip, we investigated it, it's conclusive, this ain't our guy. End of story. You don't have to apologize about breaking in the door, stopping him, doing nothing. I don't expect any of that. I expect you, though, after putting this family through this, to be man enough to say, listen, people, get a grip. These people are not involved.
They're not going to do that.
I do expect that.
They're not going to do that because they've made so many mistakes and they don't want to put themselves out there.
But I'd want to know why. Why did they think he was a suspect? Why? Because if we're just going to start picking people off the street, just going, I think that was him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I think he was there. Why? What was the reason? This is getting crazy.
Exactly. Yeah, they're not
he
gonna
lives
do that
far
because
away.
Their egos are too big.
So what is the reason that he was thought to have had something to do with the kidnapping?
Exactly. I mean, if you heard that
was he in the area? Was he working in that area? Did someone see him in that area? Like, why?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, but like that sheriff said, they weren't going to do any more reports.
They don't want mud on their face. It's the only thing, the only conclusion I can come. And this is so much bigger than your ego. It's so much bigger. Human lives are at stake here. We have nutty people running around that will do harm to somebody if you don't make it clear. I don't even care what you did specifically. I don't need to know. That is above my pay grade. You can come online, you can come and do your presser and say, listen, we had a tip that this was our guy. They had enough evidence about this to sound convincing, and we wouldn't jack this guy up. It's the wrong guy. We're sorry. Okay. I get it. That I actually get.
Yeah, but like Caroline said, they have to have a reason why they went after him, and they don't want to say the reason.
No, they don't want to say the reason. And I don't. That to me is beyond.
Hi, Ruth.
That's why this kid's doing what he's doing. He's holding his own press conference.
Yeah,
I would too if it was me.
Right.
Yeah, I would too. Before somebody comes and sets fire to my house.
Right.
Or something. God forbid.
We have some crazy. We have some people that are very, very emotionally disturbed Don't even get me started on mental illness
You're
in this
welcome,
country.
Ruth.
Because it is off the scales.
If you think about it, what is the news? Her own news channel that she's on every morning, Good Morning America. What are they gonna say tomorrow morning at 5 o'clock when it goes on at 6 in the morning? I mean, come on. Even those people. I mean, what do you think other journalists are thinking? I mean, come on. If we're thinking this, other people have to be thinking it.
A whole heap of people are thinking this.
Exactly.
That's why this is so dangerous. I understand I understand they got, and I cut them slack that they have to keep this investigation close to the vest if they want to get the perpetrators of this crime. But it does not cover dragging some poor schmuck across the coals. If he's cleared, then tell everybody he's cleared.
They're not going to do that. I think what I believe is all of this a distraction from something that's really going on under the surface. I highly believe that, especially after today, because we've been on a little wheel like a gerbil all day. That's what they're doing. We're going around and around and around.
Yeah. I called it a Ferris. I called it a Ferris wheel earlier, but yeah. That's. I feel like I'm on a carnival on the Ferris wheel, and they won't stop it. I can't get off.
Because I think they believe that they like it because all these people are thriving on this.
And they are.
Oh yeah.
They absolutely are.
I've never, out of all the cases that Caroline has covered, this is the craziest one I've ever seen.
Oh, well, I'll tell you, I can tell you the difference. Normally, not mention any names, my buddy lives south of me, who's now over there doing his thing. He normally has about, 1,500 on a good day, 1,500, maybe 2,000 people in the chat, maybe. Okay, I
Good night,
checked
little
earlier,
lady.
it was 55,000. So that tells the story.
We have to do our word game.
What?
Nothing. I just said I have to do the daily. I just told them I have to do the daily thing, the daily word game. Cause
Ladies, I gotta go to bed.
me too. That's why we're doing the daily word game.
I got a service call in 2.5 hours.
Oh boy,
I'm not even going to bed. I've got to clean the rest of this house.
really?
Vacuum the floors, mom, go home, have some breakfast, and then go back to work.
Are you serious? You're not going to sleep at all?
I'm not going to sleep at all.
No, I mean-
If I were to actually get up, I would feel like I'm hungover.
No, I can't because the power went out over here. That's why they locked the base down. Somebody ran into the gas pumps on post.
Oh.
Oh, no.
In the last 3 minutes, the power came back on. That's why I kept going out to my car. I didn't want to be in the dark.
Oh my gosh.
I see now what's going on. I just completed the job at CENTCOM, Central Command here at MacDill Air Force Base, and they lost power too. Due to a guy with jackhammer. So my heart goes out to you.
No, it was a drunken woman who drove into the gas pump.
Somebody's not getting a promotion. Somebody just dropped down to raw recruit. Anyways, I love talking to girls. I gotta go.
Okay, go to bed.
Okay.
Go get some sleep.
I can't because I'm going to sleep for 2 hours.
Well, what are you
going
to do? You got to get them. They say if you put your legs against the wall, it's supposed to be like a 20-minute nap. If you lay on the floor and put your legs up.
I'm going to cuddle up with my cat and on the couch, I'm not even going to bed, and I'm just gonna take a power nap, and then I'm gonna get up and go get in my truck, because I have a wonderful lady, that I have known for a lot of years, and her well pump is out. She has no power to it.
Oh, okay.
And that's a big deal. She's
Right.
got no water. She's going to the store to buy bottled water. So I'm going to this woman's house. The rest of the service calls,
Okay.
I'll get my wife to back them up a day. But her, I gotta think she's a sweetheart. She's like, forgive me sounding like I know you ladies intimately or something, but she reminds me of you ladies. She's just a good friend, and she's in a lot of trouble.
Okay.
And I just want to say, I do respect Savannah's mom. My heart goes out
Of
for
course.
Savannah and her family.
Right, of
We're
course.
just aggravated the way they handled it. It's just
Yes,
terrible because, no, I just wanted to let people know in the chat because I am not disrespecting Savannah or her mother.
No.
No. And we've been on this, Caroline's been on this since 1 o'clock this afternoon. So we care with all our heart. And we keep praying for the family.
Right.
Sorry, girl.
That's
I'm gonna
okay.
go. I will see you tomorrow.
All right. Have a good night. Yeah, have a good night.
All right.
All right. Bye. Okay, now we need one more. I can't believe it. It's been a crazy day, hasn't it? And I'm supposed to get that stuff done for this other thing I have. I'm going to have to get it done tomorrow. It's a bunch of things I got to do, and tomorrow is going to be like the absolute last day that I've got to get it done. But we'll see what happens with this. I really thought I would not have stayed on this long. I really kept thinking something was going to break, something was going to break, something was going to break. But hey, perplexed and surprised. How are ya? Perplexed and surprised. CNN article says the detention was based on investigative leads. Yeah, I know, but I mean, what though? What was the investigative lead? You know, what was it? Just, I don't know. I just hope that we're not just. What is this heart? Heart. Oh, how silly. I am tired, right? Oh my goodness. Oh, of course. Moms. No? Really? Where's Murder of Crows? Where's Heart? What are you guys doing? Oh, Mono. Got it. Okay. All right, everybody. Yeah, we didn't intend to stay on this long today. Obviously, we kept thinking there was going to be a break. There was going to be a break. Something was happening. Something was happening. And obviously, it didn't. But I don't know. I got to get some sleep. I got to do something. I got to exercise a little bit. I've been getting up and before and doing my stuff, so because I can't just sit here like this. But I'm going to do that. Then I want to go to bed. Everybody, have a good night. See you tomorrow. And God bless. Prayers and be well. Thank you for hanging out with us. Oh, you know what? Hold on a second. I'll do something for you guys while we listen to, let's see what I have here. I might have a, let's see what, I don't know what it, there's a few things here. Let's see. Let's try this song, see. Then when it ends, I'll take you out. All right, love you guys.
I didn't come this far to turn around. I found a voice. I found a sound. I stand my ground. I won't break down. Still standing strong. Still here right now. This is my voice. Hear me rise. I was made for more. I won't be quiet. This is my time. This is my song. I'll be ramblings. I'll be ramblings. I'll be ramblings. Ooh, still standing strong. I know your name. I see your heart. We're not numbers. We never were. I'm still here. I'll be rambling. I'm still alive. I'll be rambling. I'll be rambling. Say it out loud. I'll be rambling. Say it out loud. Say it out loud.